The Amish live without electricity or gas, yet they preserve food all summer, even in the heat, using smart, natural methods. From root cellars and spring houses to drying, fermenting, smoking, and pickling, they use time-tested ways passed down for generations. These methods don't just save food, they save energy, money, and honor nature's rhythm. In this video, we'll explore the ways the Amish keep food fresh without modern machines. Please subscribe to our channel for the latest Amish community living updates. Root cellars are fundamental to Amish food storage, functioning as natural refrigerators built underground. These earth-insulated rooms maintain stable temperatures year-round, typically between 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 50 degrees Fahrenheit, ideal for storing root vegetables, fruits, canned goods, and dairy. According to the US Department of Agriculture, such temperatures significantly slow spoilage and extend shelf life without refrigeration. Constructed from stone, concrete, or brick, these cellars trap the Earth's natural coolness and include humidity. Vegetables like carrots, potatoes, and turnips are placed in crates or buried in sand to retain moisture. Properly stored, potatoes can last up to 5 months. Built near or beneath the home, root cellars protect perishables from heat, pests, and spoilage naturally. Canning is a time-honored technique in Amish households, allowing them to preserve large amounts of produce without electricity. Using glass jars and manual tools, families store vegetables, fruits, sauces, and meats. Instead of electric stovetops, wood or coal-fired stoves provide the necessary heat. 2 main methods are used: water bath canning for acidic foods like tomatoes and fruits, and pressure canning for low-acid vegetables and meats. According to the USDA, properly canned foods can remain safe for up to 1 year. Jars are sterilized, sealed airtight, and stored in cool cellars or pantries. Canning ensures additive-free, shelf-stable food and strengthens independence, making it both a survival tool and a generational Amish tradition. Drying or dehydrating food is one of the oldest and simplest preservation techniques, especially practical during warm summer months. Without electric dehydrators, the Amish rely on sun drying, air drying, or low-temperature wood-fired ovens. Fruits like apples, berries, and peaches are sliced and placed on mesh trays, while herbs are bundled and hung from rafters or porches. Dehydration removes up to 80 to 95% of moisture, which significantly slows bacterial and mold growth, according to the National Center for Home Food Preservation. Dried foods are stored in cloth bags, jars, or wooden boxes and take up little space. They can be rehydrated for meals or eaten as is, making this method efficient, sustainable, and perfectly aligned with Amish values. Fermentation is an ancient technique that transforms fresh ingredients into preserved, nutrient-rich foods. The Amish ferment vegetables like cabbage into sauerkraut, cucumbers into pickles, and even dairy into yogurt and kefir. This process uses naturally occurring bacteria that convert sugars into lactic acid, which acts as a natural preservative. No electricity is required, just clean containers, salt, water, and time. Fermented foods are stored in crocks or jars, often placed in cool cellars or pantries. They not only last for months, but also support gut health thanks to probiotics. This method is low cost, sustainable, and improves food flavor and nutrition. For the Amish, fermentation is not just practical, it's deeply cultural and spiritual, connecting them to their ancestors' traditions. To preserve meat without refrigeration, the Amish turn to smoking, a method that imparts flavor while significantly extending shelf life. Meat is hung in smokehouses built on their property, where slow-burning hardwoods like hickory or applewood produce flavorful smoke. Over hours or days, the smoke both dries and infuses the meat, forming a protective outer layer. The process inhibits bacteria and deters pests. Commonly smoked items include hams, sausages, and fish. Afterward, meats are wrapped in cloth or wax paper and stored in cool areas. Smoking not only adds taste, but also ensures that families can enjoy protein-rich meals year-round without relying on freezers. It is a communal task, often involving the entire family during butchering season. Curing is another method relying on salt to inhibit spoilage. Salt draws out moisture, preventing bacterial growth. Soother essential method, especially for preserving meats. The Amish use dry curing or brining, and sugar, spices, and herbs are often added for flavor. Meat is packed in wooden barrels or stone crocks and left to cure for several weeks in a cool environment. According to the USDA, properly cured meats can last up to 4 to 6 months without refrigeration. Products like bacon, ham, and corned beef remain shelf-stable and safe to eat. Though labor-intensive, curing reflects Amish values of patience, thrift, and respect for the harvest, ensuring no part of the animal goes to waste. Many Amish properties are located near natural springs, which they ingeniously harness for food preservation. A spring house is a small structure built over or beside the spring, where cool water is channeled into troughs or basins. Containers of milk, butter, and cheese are placed directly in or above the water to stay chilled. According to the National Park Service, spring water typically maintains a steady temperature around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, ideal for preserving dairy in warm weather. The constant flow and shaded structure help regulate humidity and deter pests. Requiring no electricity or maintenance, spring houses exemplify how the Amish use natural systems for sustainability, aligning their lifestyle with the rhythms of the land. Before modern refrigeration, ice houses were common in rural areas, and the Amish continue to use them today. In winter, large blocks of ice are cut from frozen lakes or ponds and transported to well-insulated buildings. These ice houses are packed with straw or sawdust to minimize melting. Throughout the summer, the stored ice is used in ice boxes or to keep perishables cold during food preparation. Ice houses are simple but highly effective. The blocks can last for months when properly managed. They require advanced planning and teamwork, but offer complete independence from powered cooling systems. This method demonstrates the Amish dedication to seasonal cycles, foresight, and maximizing the gifts of each season. Pickling with vinegar is another widely used method for preserving food in Amish kitchens. Vegetables like cucumbers, beans, onions, and even eggs are placed in sterilized jars and covered with a vinegar-based brine. The acidity of vinegar kills bacteria, allowing food to be stored safely for long periods. Often flavored with mustard seeds, dill, garlic, or sugar, pickled items are tangy and delicious, adding variety to winter meals. Since boiling water is used to seal the jars, no refrigeration is needed. These pickled goods are labeled and shelved in pantries or cellars. Beyond preservation, pickling adds diversity to their diet, reduces food waste, and provides year-round access to summer's bounty. Amish food preservation is not just an individual task, it's a communal tradition. Families often gather for large canning sessions, hog butchering, or cooperative harvests. Tools, labor, and knowledge are shared, making time-consuming jobs more efficient. According to the Young Center for Anabaptist and Pietist Studies, such shared efforts reflect the Amish core value of Gemeinschaft, or community-centered living. Older generations train younger ones, ensuring skills are accurately passed on. Bartering preserved goods like canned peaches for smoked sausage is common. This mutual support system provides food security. If one family's crops fail, others contribute. Preservation, in this context, goes beyond food. It sustains relationships, reinforces humility, and strengthens communal resilience. The Amish way of preserving food is more than just a habit. It's part of their daily life. They don't use electricity or gas, so they depend on old, trusted methods that still work very well. These methods, like using root cellars or fermenting foods, are good for the environment and full of tradition. The Amish show great respect for nature, family, and working together. In a world where energy is expensive and food can be hard to get, their way of living has important lessons. With knowledge, teamwork, and patience, the Amish show us how to keep both food and traditions safe and strong.